Hi guys, so I'm back just doing a bit of a more in-depth review of this Uniden UBC785XLT. I'm just going to go through a few of the features, a few of the differences between the 785 and the 780, which was the predecessor to this, and I'll have a look at comparing it to this radio, if the focus will remain the same. Yes, the 3500 XLT there. The one I think's very close to the sort of operating system that the 785 uses. Okay, I'll just get it switched on then. Thing to note, the manual says it uses about 700 milliamps, and I'll just prove that. It's not that much, to be honest. It's very little current draw. I'll just pick this up for a second. So there's the meter there, and I'll switch it on, and there you go. So it's 0.17, sorry. So it's very little current draw there, not as much as it says on the manual. Okay, even on full volume, it only uses something like 0.25, sort of on a higher volume. So I can't imagine it using that much current. Okay, so quick look at the radio then. I discussed last time in the quick video some of the differences between the 780 and the 785. I've got a little chart in front of me here. So the 780 had 500 channels, and the keys and the keys here and the controls were backlit. That was an option on the 780, so that's exactly the same as this one. It is the same for the keys. Okay. What else is that? Everything else is the same pretty much. This was introduced, the one in front of us was introduced in 2006, 2007, and run for approximately 5 to 6 years. The 780 was introduced in 2006 apparently. Sorry, 2001. So 2001 to 2006 for the 780, and 2006 onwards for the this one in front of us, the 785. Obviously this was the successor to the 780. So one of the main differences was the channels. 1000 channels on this, 500 channels on the 780, and the frequency spacing, the channel spacing was this had 6.25, it had 5, 6.25, 7.5, 8.33 for air, obviously, 10, 12.5, 25, 50 and 100. That's this one in front of us. And the 780 had 5, 7.5, 10, 12.5, 25, 50 and 100. So you can see it's only a slight improvement really. I'm just looking at the frequencies now. So it's 25 megs to 512, 806 to 960, and 1240 to 1300. And it's exactly the same. Let's just double check. Yeah, it's virtually exactly the same on the 780, apart from the 806 goes to 956 megahertz on the center band there. So that's it for the differences really. Otherwise they look very, very similar. They're obviously based the same sort of thing. These were built in the Republic of China. It says custom. It says on the back designed in Japan, custom manufactured by Uniden in PRC, People's Republic of China, on the back of these, and the little Uniden 3500. I'll just switch this on now, in fact. Can have a look at some of the similarities. Okay. I should mention we're in the UK at the moment. It's the QTH. Okay, so as you can see, the backlit is a very similar sort of shade of amber. It's got the coded tone squelch code there, subaudible tone showing up, which is exactly what this one's got. In fact, that's a good point. Yes, the 780 I just checked has got coded tone squelch decoders as well, just to show it there. So let's just have a look at the signal. Obviously, this is the 3500. Let's just go to that frequency and have a listen to the audio difference.
This narrow boat and in the process of sort of getting it all ready to us do a bit of cruising around the canals in the summer. But,
that's the 785. Obviously, it's not a scientific fair comparison because the 3500's got this short antenna on top, and this one's hooked up to a disc cone in the loft.
waiting for me to pick them up. So at the moment, I can only operate with the hand portable standing outside.
It turns quite nice. The scan rate on both the radios and the 780 are all the same, which is 100 channels per second, which is quite fast. So there's not much difference really, unless you really want to have 6.25 kilohertz channel spacing, which is only good for PMR in the UK, which has got 12.5 kilohertz spacing, but the first channel is offset by 6.25 kilohertz. I can't remember if you can start an offset and carry on with 12.5 kilohertz spacing. I'm not sure about that, but unless you specifically want those features, it's exactly the same radio pretty much. I believe the screen's a bit bigger on this, a bit of a bigger display on this. Nice signal meter there for a scanner. Yeah, okay, so the one of the things about this radio as well is on the top, on the case here, it's like a sort of, I think they call it like a mottled effect, which is similar to the one above it here, which you look at the, we've got the, SDS 200E there, and the sides and the top, it's got that sort of funny paint finish. It's hard to focus actually, but it's got a sort of very strange, no, obviously it won't focus, of course. Oh, here we go. You can't see it on camera, but it's got a very sort of roughy looking, smooth, but sort of semi-gloss finish on there. Okay, so let's just have a look at some of the features compared to the 3500. It's basically exactly the same sort of setup. This has got the menu there. Sorry, it doesn't got the menu there. It's got the menu here. So menu, search. It's only got 3. It's only got about 3 in each little bank. Little sub menu, which is actually quite easy to work out. So search option, you've got your air step or chain search. That's obviously 8.3 through 12.5. Chain search is the search range is the banks of search limits you've got is 1 to 9 or 0 to 9, and you put in all these. It's got the attenuated, the delay. The delay is per bank, I believe. Let's just have a look. No, it isn't. The delay is for the whole thing. And you can go to negative delay, which is quite nice, which means it'll hold on the channel for 10 seconds, then move on regardless. And then obviously that's, delays work. This is hold it for 4 seconds, for instance, after they've finished talking or drop the mic. Okay, that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, it's just a little bit more in-depth review and a quick look and a listen in comparison to 3500. If we go through some of the menus on this, if we go to where's the menu key? It's there, yeah. So the menu there, if you get to the menu, you click around with this. It's very similar. I would say that the 3500 here is more. It's definitely a bit more complicated than the 785. As I say, the 785, one of the really good things with the 785 is it's so straightforward and easy to use. I mean, it's even got a button just for air look. You just press air and you're away, you're scanning, It's certainly got a very Uniden sort of President sort of vibe. I believe that Uniden and President had something to do with each other. Quite a lot, obviously in Cobra and things like that. I know Uniden built the boards for these radios, the Cobras. And I believe around this time a radio came out called the President George, which was, and the President George FM, which I had one, and it had virtually the same feel and look here for this button. Yeah. Okay, guys, that's sort of a quick part 2 to the part 1 of this. Just going through some of the features there, what it does. Oh, here's a good one as well. So that's resume, that's hold. When you're in hold, you can go up a channel or down a channel. Everything on this is really well built as well. You can hear the click of the buttons. That's what I sort of miss with the new digital scanners, you know. Very nice positive feel to everything. That's quite soft, but there's no wobble in it. Even these are absolutely solid. I've had 2 of these now, and these keys are they're so tight, you know, that they really do hark back to a time where these sort of radios, you know, this is solid. This is a 40-year-old radio, and it's absolutely solid. All this is never been reconditioned or anything like that. And the new radios, you know, bit of wobble on there. It's not bad, it still feels half decent, but it's got a bit of wobble on there. And then even a more expensive radio here, that feels actually quite nice. But this ICOM here, that feels tight, and it feels, this little Uniden almost feels as tight as the ICOM there. So I do recommend getting one of these if you're into your scanners. Like I said in the other video, this isn't a mark on the screen here, it's the plastic covering. I might take off one day, but it's just the plastic covering there. It's still on the screen protector. That's it, guys. Oh, a thing to mention as well is it comes with 2 little feet, which is it's actually made of metal, and it's got a little system where it locks away there and pulls up together. And it's actually made of steel. This here is made of steel, which is quite crazy for the time. Whereas the SDS 200E comes with a nothing. It comes with a bracket you can put over it or under it. Right. Okay, guys, that's it. Just another quick look at this radio. Thanks for watching.